So I'm making a little hat, a new kind of hat, or I'm going to use it as a hat. But it's going to be a flower, sort of like a trumpet vine flower, if you've ever seen a trumpet vine, or a foxglove. Maybe not as much like a foxglove, but I want to use a piece of felt so I can do machine embroidery, and wherever I've drawn the lines is going to be machine stitches with the sewing machine. And the little dots, I'm thinking French knots or tiny seed beads. And it will be... Now, I just cut a square of felt, and I'm going to go in and stitch, get all that done, and then I'm going to cut it out and then decorate it and probably paint it. We'll use some paint and stuff and grunge it up. I got their little skirts done last night. I hope the lighting's good. I got their little skirts done last night. We just glued little flower petals, silk flowers, onto their waist. Layers and layers and layers of petals. They've got little lace pants on underneath. I've done the beading, and I've gotten back into the itty bitty seed beads. I haven't done that in forever. Look how tiny that one is. And I did that in a couple nights. I must be really needing some bead therapy. But got that done. Got their faces done. And now we're in the fun stage, creating little things for them to wear. And I'll come back in a minute and I'll show you the stitching and the cutting and the painting. Hopefully this shows. Let me bring the camera in a little. And it's not really hard. Just use a straight stitch on your sewing machine. It can be short, probably just a regular stitch, 2.5 to 3 on the dial over here. And just start in one corner and fan out from that corner. Just back and forth. I think that's enough. So there we go. And even both sides looks pretty. So the inside will be just as pretty as the outside. And then I will just come in and cut. I don't think these are very sharp. Let me get some scissors. And I will just hold it in place. And cut it out. Using the template. It's okay if it moves on you a little bit. Just scoot it back in place. And we're good. I want to get the pretty edge done. And then just keep trimming until you get it right. And there you go. Or if I had pins over here, I would pin that. But You can see. That's going to be cute. Cute, cute. You could even make a dress with it. A little fairy cape with it. Anything, actually. That would be very cute. You could resize it in your printer. And that would be great. Okay, this is just a 1/2-inch flat natural brush, I believe. And you just get these in craft departments or whatever. And I want to go sort of a dark and blend it out to a medium and then edge the edges in a really light green. So we're going to use this. Now, depending on the color of your felt is what you will paint yours. So let's get this lamp down here. You'll want to paint it with the coordinating color, a matching color. And you don't have to do a lot of paint, just a little. And I want to do that on both sides. Some of the inside won't show, but some of it will. I just want to get that covered right now before we get into doing other things. I don't want to have to get the paint back out later, you know. And you just scrubble it, scrubble, you know. Just get it in there, in that fabric. And then to do a medium, we just want to add a little bit of the cream and lighten our dark green, our dark color a little bit. And I just want to go over that a little bit up there. So, I forgot to do the other side, didn't I? That way it sort of blends in. Can you see how that sort of adds to the dimension of our piece? And then I want to go a very, very light green. Very, very, just draw a little bit of the light paint into your brush and mix it around. And then I just want to color the edges of my flower. You can even use your fingers, it's fine. Do that with the other side as well. Because you know both sides of the petals are going to show on this part, so. Maybe take just the white. Sorry if the camera's shaking. Let me just do that. And I'll keep working on that until it looks the way I want it to look. Oh, I like that. I like it. This is going to be one of the flower fairies, and I thought I would just do a flower hat for one of these and show you guys a new little fun pattern for your fairies. This is the Tiny Flower Fairies pattern, or the Tansy May pattern. They're both pretty close. I think Tansy May has longer legs, I'm not sure, and a different wing pattern. So, I get a little more white on some of that. The more I do of this, the more I like it. And it's just a piece of felt, you guys, and some thread, right? And you made it yourself, and your fairies are going to love you for it, because they love when you make things for them. I know my fairies love when I make them things, so. And now we're just going to go on to do the beading. Now I have to go and narrate the rest of this because the sound didn't come through. We've got the beadwork done. I have a cloth covered wire and it is green. I'm whip stitching it onto one side of the flower here. It'll be on the inside, the wrong side of the fabric. That way when we curl up, fold up the sides, curl it up, roll it up, whatever, whatever we call it, the wire is on the inside. I'm just whip stitching that wire down inside, and now I'm securing just the bottom of the flower cone with thread. We're going to use some glue later. I take 2 strips, they're about 1/4 of an inch wide, and I cut them diagonally so there's a point at one end. And we end up with 4 of those like that. 4 pieces. These are the leaves at the bottom of the cone. And I just want to whip stitch those onto the bottom of our flower. And I sped this up. I really don't sew this fast. It would be great if I could. But I think horrible things would happen if I could sew this fast. I like to use a pretty thread, some embroidery thread for this because it will show. And I do a lot of wrapping with it. So I wrap it around the bottom of the leaves to create some detail. And now you'll just glue your cone in place. Leave it open on the ends there where my thumb is. I have left it open about 1/2 inch with no glue. And if you need that glued on later, you can add a drop of glue. It's easier to add glue than it is to take it off. So there, I've just got it pinned in place to hold it until it dries. Let's finish these little leaves. I like to twist the ends of each one, and there our flower is done, and our fairy can wear it. And I hope you guys enjoy making your own little cone flower. That's what we're going to call it for now. And I thank you for being here. If you don't make these, at least I hope you enjoyed watching how some of the things I make are put together for your fairies that you collect. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you and appreciate you so much. Now let's go make some fairies. I'll see you guys later. Bye.